Liberal leader Mark Carney was once again caught being dishonest on national TV today. And this has become a pattern with this man. Now, for somebody who wants to be the prime minister of G7 country, you think he'd be a little bit more, I don't know, honest with Canadians. You have to see what happened today. This is absolutely crazy. So, just to set the context on what happened, President Trump had made some remarks about the 51st state in a call that he had with Mark Carney. At least that's what he said, anyways. But when Mark Carney was asked about it a few weeks ago, he was like, oh, no, 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 nothing happened. Watch what happened when he was questioned about this today by journalists. You've got to see this.
Yes or no, did Mr. Trump bring up the 51st state in his call with you?
I said that he did. I said that he did. But the president, to be clear, oui, il a
the president respected Canada's sovereignty today, both in his private and public comments.
I asked you about this on March 28th after the call, and you said that President Trump respected Canada's sovereignty both privately and in his public conversations.
He did.
Were you being truthful?
He absolutely did. He absolutely did. Look.
So when someone on my campaign watched this today, they made the comment that he seemed like one of their younger children when they're caught in a lie, right? Even a lie of an omission is a lie. And again, like his body language and his mannerisms when he was asked by the reporters was both irritated. You'll remember he told a reporter to look inside herself earlier in the campaign when he was caught in, misspeaking or whatever he would call it. But his body language in this was both irritated and clearly caught in being dishonest, right? So this is somebody who wants to be the leader of a G7 country, and yet throughout the campaign has been caught in these like mistruths, misinformation, called out on it, and then just bold-faced lie. This isn't the first time. There's multiple examples of this. It just even in recent weeks alone. So, for example, a few weeks ago, he was caught in a lie. He had said that he had resigned all of his board positions, and then it came out that he hadn't. So here's a newspaper article right here. It said Carney said he resigned from all his roles to run for the Liberal leadership. Turned out he hadn't. So again, there was a lie. Now, yet another example. You'll remember that he had said essentially that he had no role, even though he was the chair of the board of directors of Brookfield Company, a corporation, in moving its headquarters from Toronto into the United States. And now look at this. Here's another headline. Carney lied about his support for relocating his company from Canada to the US. So conservatives had found documents that outed him, and then the media reported on it. Another example, remember he claimed that he helped Paul Martin balance the budget? Well, it turns out that he wasn't even in Canada during that period of time. So again, I just want you to watch now hearing these patterns of lies. I want you to watch this clip again from earlier today. So again, like there was clearly, he said one thing about this conversation with President Trump, and that was contradicted. And watch his response to the reporters. Again, watch what happened this morning.
Yes or no, did Mr. Trump bring up the 51st state in his call with you?
I said that he did. I said that he did. But the president, to be clear, oui, il a
The president respected Canada's sovereignty today, both in his private and public comments.
I asked you about this on March 28th after the call, and you said that President Trump respected Canada's sovereignty both privately and in his public conversations.
He did.
Were you being truthful?
He absolutely did. He absolutely did. Look.
So liberals have lied to Canadians about deficits, about scandals. Even Mark Carney himself tried to say, "Oh, I wouldn't believe everything that you read in the Globe and Mail." This was about an issue with one of his candidates, I believe. So, like, this man is running to be the Prime Minister of Canada for a party that led our country into ruination, economic ruination. Crime is out of control, right? Enough of this. The Liberals don't deserve 4 more years, and certainly not under a man who was Justin Trudeau's economic advisor, and now, even during the campaign, has a track record of getting caught in things by the national media. So share this video, share it over and share it widely so that people understand what they're voting for if they want to consider voting Liberal. Instead, What we need is a positive conservative plan to make life more affordable and address crime in this country. You can read more about that plan on conservative.ca. But it's so important for people to see exactly the type of things that Mark Carney does. This is, and if he's going to do stuff like this in the middle of a federal election, imagine what he's going to do with budgets and deficits, his massive deficits that they're going to rack up. Do you really think that like the Liberals' track decade of corruption and scandals are going to get better under somebody who's as blatant as this? It's crazy. Share this video, get the word out, and tell people it's time for change. It's time for a conservative government. Working hard for you in Calgary Nose Hill. Have a great day.